the one protected, and now he's the one protecting. BIGETRON will close it out with a Minotaur and a Paquito. The closing hero now for Alter Ego.
Against a Minotaur Faramis combo, the all-out team fight really doesn't seem to favor them at all. And with the Paquito, very good 1v1 potential, and that's something that Sorizo has done very conveniently. Alter Ego have to find a way to either win out in the pickoffs really heavily, or get some way to control or disengage from the big team fight, right? Use something that can bait out these big ultimates.
For the gold lane though, right? This is for Nino.
Yeah.
Could be a fighter.
I don't think so. They need a little bit more sieging power. It has to be a marksman. I think Claude would be a safe option to go for. But
Oh my! Oh, this is so hype.
This is a brawl. This is Season 7, ladies and gentlemen. It's an Esmeralda. We were talking about Esmeralda yesterday to be a counter to the Harith, and they go for it.
We finally get to see it. It's back. Will it work? That's a big question.
Season 7 Nino.
Season 7 fighter Nino. It was demolishing all the gold laners put in his face. With the Esmeralda, with the
Season
changes
8?
to the magical items.
Season 8 as well, right?
Yeah, Season 8 as well.
Yes.
It was Season 7 and 8.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
also
so
the
hyped
time
for
when
this.
Maungzi, Ahmad played Beatrix mid.
Seems like a whole lifetime away, man. But we're seeing some nostalgia right here. Play Esmeralda, man. With the Blood Wings, for instance, there's so many item combinations right here that can make such a big difference.
What a way to begin the Chaos Derby, ladies and gentlemen. The audience in the building, they're feeling it. We're feeling it as well on the caster desk. But will it work out? Debut Esmeralda in the gold lane as a counter to the Harith that has not found a counter just yet. Is this the answer to these questions? Let's welcome you to game number 1 between BIGETRON and Alter Ego.
Lunox was too vulnerable and lost that matchup yesterday. We saw Onyx try to go up against the Harith with Lunox. Now it's the other counter, the Esmeralda. Definitely takes away a whole lot of the sieging power that Alter Ego would have usually on a marksman, but is it worth it?
We have to see how it really plays out, man. No sieging power, but a lot of ways to just go in, dive in, and set up for a big wombo combo dive, just the way Alter Ego used to really enjoy doing it. So Rizzo, by the way, with the sprint, this seems to be their attempt at mitigating that long distance, the mobility that Taz will have on this link. Looking at the items here, Inspire for both Iman and Moreno. They want to have as many spells as possible. So does Sully Boy. And Nino and Rasi has agility, because both of these heroes, the Cho and the Esmeralda, will benefit so much from that movement speed. It's going to be a whole mobility versus crowd control type matchup. Alter Ego will have to try and move around the crowd control, and BIGETRON, it's their responsibility to lock Alter Ego down.
But if I'm not mistaken, one of the big weaknesses to the Esmeralda, wait a minute, Nino gets jumped quite low with Key coming in there. Oh, a mirror play is happening as well.
Good jab as well, trying to zone Taz away. And Taz actually utilizes Retry here. That is quite a bit late because the turtle will spawn in 10. BIGETRON will have so much pressure to play with around that turtle now.
Quite off in the timing, but back to the point, one of the biggest weaknesses of Esmeralda is CC, no? With Nino picking up the flicker, I wonder if that is going to be a big problem for Nino later on when the team fights happen, because BIGETRON have picked up quite a lot of CC heavy heroes, right? The Key, Sorizo, Moreno as well.
Look at this. Rashi's not level 4, so he can't completely punish Sorizo, who gets a shielding. The turtle is going to be taken for free, and they control the purple buff. Sorizo now tied up by Sellyboy. Pi doing some damage, and Sorizo pops in the sprint to disengage. BIGETRON control the purple buff here with a Retry as well. Pi jumps in, Merman's Fury will knock him up. Super Ken, Retry securing the purple buff and taking it away from... Oh, wow. Oh, two-man with the missiles, catching him now. A hard guard in place to Pi, but Sorizo is going to be rotating as well with the Death is Welcome used up by BIGETRON Alpha. But they have accumulated... What? This lane? Nino is losing in this... Who can counter the Harith?
It's just too strong right now. And this is before the main item spikes, item power spikes do come in and make a difference. There's not a question, Eterna. No Purify on Nino, but a hard guard available for that age-old combo. The Angela in a fighter that can just run all the way in the back, like an almost more improved tankier CC.
I do have to say, for Onyx at least, whenever they go for the assassins, they always ban Barats. Is this why? The farming of the Barats, it's crazy. He's out-farming the Link by a long shot.
And it's because he's been winning in the Red Sheep battles as well when they are small skirmishes around the map so far. And the rest of his team as well. If you look at how BIGETRON are moving, they're moving as a full unit, and all three are always just outnumbered and bullied away because there's no real main front line until later on, where Pai can be the main guy just sitting in the front, absorbing all that damage. For now, I guess Rossi can do that, but he can escape easily, but he can't really absorb as much damage as the members of BIGETRON can.
So to sum it all up, essentially, this is not working out for Alter Ego just yet.
I think it's really gonna benefit them later on in the mid game for this game, at least with this matchup. But looking at the pattern right now, BIGETRON Alpha is just farming, out-farming Alter Ego into a 2k gold lead. No kills just yet.
Super weak Ling in this game so far. He can't even get into his own jungle without getting bullied, and the key as well, just rotating over. Way the Dragon used up on Moreno. Comes in with another realm, gets caught in the penalty zone, but it's all good right now. Cerezo goes back in with the knockout strike, and Minus Fury as well. The Tempest Blades will knock Key up, but he's happy taking it. Now Pai is going to be locked down very low. Shadow Stampede, one more hit to take him down, and Super Ken amidst the chaos takes the advantage. The orange buff.
This is
Not working out. It's not working out at all. For Alter Ego, BIGETRON, they're winning in his team fights. Oh!
Wow.
It doesn't work!
No. What the heck? Both counters that we were talking about, the Lunox yesterday and then today the Esme, have completely failed.
Even though in theory Nino should be able to steal away some of these shields and get an advantage, all the damage is coming out a bit too quickly for Iman on the Harith. Already with the Starlim as well. That's some good true damage coming through. Same thing can be said for Nino, but there's a range disadvantage for sure. For now though, I think Alter Ego, they're just stuck looking for some kind of pickoff, some kind of scramble. Rossi has not been able to find a pickoff.
Rossi goes in now with the falling Star Moon of Nino as well. Cerezo getting the shielding down 2 times with the passive on this first skill. But that's first blood. I forgot that we don't have a single kill on the board just yet, so first blood in the 5th minute, almost 6th.
A very slow game when it comes to the kills for sure. And the big advantage for BIGETRON right now is they are the ones doing their thing, and Alter Ego are the ones trying to adjust, trying to find opportunities to try and take advantage. Because of that, Super Ken is just doing the usual farming rotations, whereas Alter Ego are the ones sending Taz to find farm elsewhere on the map, looking for Rossi to try and save their own members, to try and go for some of these pickoffs. And to make things worse, there's no real easy target for them to go for when they're trying to go for a pickoff.
Exactly, that's what I was about to mention. What's the Link supposed to do in this particular situation?
We saw Kyrie when he was behind go for farm the side, but now it's Paquito. Rossi goes in, Way the Dragon committed as well, and that's going to be Cerezo who falls, but Iman now rotates over to the bottom lane with the help of Minus Fury, pops in his Iman Force, and not even the hard guard can help him get out of this damage, which is still insane from Iman. Nino outmaneuvering them, going into the bushes, but Iman is still chasing him down. 2-man penalty zone as Alter Ego look for the collapse once again, but Iman now jumps back in. Another realm pop down, Key will lose out on the HP, and Rossi will fall. Iman picks up one, Nino still in the bush, Moreno spots him out, and now it's going to be Pai who's very, very low. Iman will pop in the Purify. Pai, one last hit should do it. Iman again, he has his Iman Force. That fight lasted so long, he popped his ult twice.
1-for-2 trade as well. BIGETRON win it all out. A 5k gold lead already, and you're right. It seems like this matchup, it just triggers the chaos within both of these teams. Nino didn't have to re-engage into that, but he did. And they weren't even able to get anything out of it.
It's not only a matter of winning, it's a matter of pride, man. How they win this match will make a huge difference considering the history, the rivalry that both teams have. That's why they wait for such brawling compositions. But right now, Iman is just so difficult to deal with. Tankier because of the shielding, but also a lot of true damage coming in such a spammable nature. You're seeing why it's been such a solid replacement for traditional marksmen. And for Alter Ego, They have to, if they really want to try and deal with him, they have to burst him down before he gets rolling, before the Zaman Force gets activated. But the problem is they don't have a lot of crowd control. The only person they can really rely on to do that is maybe Rossi. But good luck finding him in the midst of everyone, including the Minotaur. They can cancel everything out with the Minyu and Fury.
Minyu and Fury, and even if you want to go for that, and if the problem is if Moreno is in the vicinity, then it can cause miscalculations because of the presence of the Netherrealm. I think the only way that maybe they can work around this Taz though.
Some waves used up as well, so Rizzo gets a bit of a healing, try to run away.
Gets
Netherrealm
out.
comes in, and now Taz is caught in the tough spots. He has the Defiant Blades to get out though, and they will be able to pick up a turret in trade. But it's a sprint for Cerezo for a lot of big ults. That's a hard guard. That's the main weapon of this Angeline.
That's the thing. That's what I wanted to finish before that fight begun. The only thing that I see Liling doing is utilizing that kill pressure to bait out the resources before a big team fight, like what he's trying to do before.
Right now, though, I think Alter Ego just have no kill pressure, no threat at all. BIGETRON Alpha, they're just moving along as if Alter Ego won't do damage to them.
Penalty zone cancelled, and he gets chopped up. The recalls happen, but he has a penalty zone now. The Zaman Force will be used up to get the kill. And Alter Ego, their sieges have only come through the split pushes, the sideways. Cerezo chasing Taz away from even a lethal Wanderer. But Taz will be able to pick it up with a retreat. But now, because he retreated the lethal, Superken's on the orange. He wants it. Taz gets it away though.
Fortunately for him, as for sure. Looking at the EXP lane though, Cerezo with a 2k gold advantage with the Bloodlust Axe. We haven't seen Paquito's itemize so aggressively, but now another fight breaks out.
Flicker by Iman, that's what it's used for now. He's able to maneuver out of Rossi, who can go with the way to Dragon. The Netherrealm comes down as well as Keith chases Taz. Nino in the back, gonna be knocked out by Cerezo. And Pi will only be able to use the penalty zone defensively. The Angela, the Ling, they are running for the hills, recalling as Pi gets ran down by the rest of the BIGETRON members. Rossi and Sunny Boy, only a Cho and an Angela against the power of a Harith, a fed one at that.
It's not looking great. This might be the final push that BIGETRON need.
Taz is still on the bottom side. He's still going for the purple buff. And BIGETRON Alpha looks to collapse once again. They're playing it as slow as they can, but Taz this time has a purple buff. Jumps in to the midst of it all with a temp of the blaze as well. Picks up the blaze and goes back to the Lord. Able to buy some time, and a knockout strike onto 3 though will mean that BIGETRON Alpha will be able to disengage from this team fight. They've gone 2 base turrets.
What a team fight. 2 waves are still going to be crashing, but it doesn't look like BIGETRON Alpha want to commit just yet. Superken and Key opening up vision for the team, but break that down for us. What happened?
I think BIGETRON, they're just a bit too far ahead and they have way too much sustainability. Alter Ego, for the longest time, the fighters really worked because the marksmen were a lot more vulnerable. They can really be taken out before they can output their damage, right? That's the trade-off. For the Harith right now, that's not the case. The Harith still has a lot of shielding, a lot of spell lifesteal as well. Although the concentrated energy isn't really completed just yet for Eman.
Oh no, Rossi.
Because of that, ooh, Rossi.
Good cancel by Superken on that way. The Dragon, he was looking for a cheeky little pick off of Taz now. Jumps. Minion's Fury almost predicting where Taz was going to land, but Pi, penalty zone used up, cancelled again. Zaman Force now, one last shot. Take Taz down. The hard guard was over on him, but now no minion waves, not just yet. The minion wave in the mid lane will come crashing down into the base. Alter Ego, do they have the wave clear to deal with this right now? With Iman already using the Zaman Force, they should be able to still clear it out. Superken, tanky as ever. Nino back up top. Cerezo with a knockout strike onto Nino, who's very low. Shadow Stampede, bring them back, and now it's the Zaman Force again from Iman. Not able to go for the base just yet as Rossi jumps in. Iman dodging away, just a pixel away from the penalty zone and flickering out of the way of the Dragon. It looked like the animation was about to come out for that way of the Dragon, but Iman dashed out just in time, or blinked out.
Happy feet on Iman. All the resources thrown at him, and yet he was able to dodge it all out. No Purify, no problem. Utilizing the flicker in the last second to evade. That was brilliant by him. Still, Iman, Harith, I don't think you can find a counter at this point.
As of right now, with the protection that he's granted with crowd control, with the Netherrealm's second HP and his own flicker earlier, There's just no real way for Ultra Ego to go for him and securely secure him without him wanting to be in a precarious position. And look at his positioning right now. He is just waiting out in the front. Look at the damage.
Say goodbye to Pi. He gets the penalty zone down, but he gets penalized as well for doing that. Taz is looking for an angle, but look at how Bigetron Alpha just layered their damage and waited for Taz to have no energy to contest for it. Now Taz is getting ran down by Moreno, who's just chasing him down, walking him down, sending him a thumbs up, and Key catches him off guard. Taz has his time to blades. He will be able to escape just for a bit, but now one last hit should do it. Moreno goes for Bursters. Taz gets the hard guard. No, wait, photo. That was a photo.
Oh, wow. So the hard guard was definitely used right there, but Rasi now, once again, caught in the back.
Oh, Death to this welcome. Didn't connect. Oh, my damage! Rasi's 1 HP! A pixel away from getting shut down. Him on! With his Von Force now, Minus Fury as well. Say goodbye to the Angela! Where did she go? Another realm to give them safe passage. To not just go for the base, but to go for the members first. No hostages, 14 minutes.
What a dominant performance by Bigetron in game number 1 as they lead this Chaos Derby. What is that damage from the Herod though?
It's just unreal. The mobility, the sustainability, the damage as well.